Welcome to the Canadian Raptor Conservancy. The address is 2848 Front Road, Simcoe, Ontario, Canada. It's on the north shore of Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes in Canada, and it's not far from the famous Port Dover. So if you know about the Port Dover beach community, you'll be able to find the Raptor Conservancy. If you love birds, especially birds of prey like eagles and falcons and owls, you will love this special place. James is very knowledgeable. He has a Facebook page, so check him out. And people come from all over the world year-round to enjoy the birds. This is the property where the Conservancy is. This is where they do some of their outside shows or displays. And there's a spot to sit. Here comes the great horned owl. He was the bird that was in the cage, making all that noise. He was anxious and ready to go.
Jack, everybody.
Jack, the great horned owl.
Jack is a 3-year-old male breed owl.
He knows exactly where to start. Jack.
One of the larger owl species in Canada. So I would try to focus on that almost like it's a postcard. Who's that in your space, eh? Don't get your head stuck in there. Hey! Here! Here! Hey! Yeah. Hey! Come on! Here! Here! There we go.
Here he comes with a screech owl.
Oh, the mud is just wonderful on my hands.
Oh, it's exfoliating them.
Looks like two.
Yeah, something like that.
We're gonna just give me a second here to get them in the right spot.
Your screechies again.
Who wants to be on top? Oh, Gordy, you're dominating here, bud. There.
Other people are here for the same thing.
Trying to get a.
That was your last one.
There we go. Okay, I think I got him in the right spot. So, top guy, the gray bird, gray eastern screech owl's name is Gordy, named after Fort Downey. And then the they got a pretty cool sound. And then Cecil is the red-headed fella. And you can see their personalities; they sit completely different. Cecil sits all like puffed out, and Gordy sits with a scowl. And he's always had that sort of
Gordy on
interesting
top,
look.
Cecil on the bottom.
Exactly.
Screech owl.
Exactly. Frown on his face. So, the best advice I can give you when photographing these guys is you want to try to get both birds equal distance away from your lens. Otherwise, if you stack the birds up like they are over here, it's really hard to get that back bird in focus. Like you really have to do a high f-stop. That's a little tricky, right?
Yeah.
And I would also try a low f-stop shot and blur out the background a little bit too. That low looks really good, right? 5.6. There's a few different backgrounds, like even over here. If you stand on your tippy toes, right about here, you can get the birch behind, like the white. And these guys are actually brothers, two brothers. So, gray mother, red father. enticement is
Well,
critical.
I'll ask him if I can move in.
They want to be below the
Just
tree.
wait for him to stay okay.
Yeah.
So not only 8 to 10 feet off the ground. That's all they need.
How precious.
I know, like that is the cutest thing I've
Yeah, I
seen.
know. They're just beautiful.
Oh,
They're as good as gold, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%.
I think they're getting. Aren't they cute?
So only about 10% of the Ontario population is red. The rest is gray. Farther south you go, the more red you start. So like if you go like down to Georgia, Florida, there's more red ones and gray ones. So it's really interesting how, depending where you are geographically, population
They're
changes.
just like little
Yeah,
statues.
I wonder why. Why would that be? Something to do with
Could have to do with the foliage and the trees.
the foliage, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
there's
would
more
think.
red oaks and stuff like
Yeah,
that. In the
probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so he's going to come right in, probably right in this area right here. Color today,
Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, look at that.
This guy's name is Sam, by the way. 11-year-old male.
Have you tried one that's so much? 11 years old, eh? Probably about 40 or 50.
Couple more, folks.
What did you do to get us off it?
Nice little wing drag. Yep. Largest owl in the world.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. He's begging. All right. I will see you folks up there. Well, this is the only hawk species in the world that when they hunt together in a pack. And just like the human pack, it's the girl in charge. And biological reason for that with hair socks, females are a third bigger. A little bit stronger, faster. Yeah, they keep the men in line. We all need that. Yeah. If you're familiar with the Audubon Society, so named James Audubon, named after, his best friend was Dr. Harris, and that's where the species name came from. He's quite a tricky bird to photograph. Yeah, he's quick, right? Quick, dark in color, you know, with white stripes, you know, it's really, you've got to watch your exposure. Another perfect catch. All right.
Another happy customer.
It's that way for you. Lady's name is Rebecca. She's like, oh, come on up here. Oh, I want this behind you. There you go. She's like just over 19 weeks old. Just, yeah.
She's bigger than the last time I saw her.
Oh yeah. Just starting to be like flight trained. So it takes a little while. No more down. No more gray down.
But quite a bit bigger.
Oh yeah.
Kind of scary.
Oh, yeah. And she was almost half gray, I think, then. Yeah. So this is like,
This was more fluff.
yeah, oh yeah, more fluff than owl for sure.
But she's still doing the same thing.
Exactly. Colin. Who's got a mouse in their pocket? Sam.
Not me. I didn't know I was supposed to bring one.
That's right. So, she's named after Becky Keller, who was a gold medal hockey winner from Hagersville, Ontario. About a half an hour from here. And so, you know, there's quite a plumage difference between boys and girls. So male snowy owls will go almost pure white. They lose about 95% of their color as an adult. These guys, the females retain about 50% of their color. So female snowy owl is always going to be white with black spots, where the male goes white. She's sitting, but look at those nice fluffy feet. Keep you nice and warm in the winter, just like an Arctic wolf, right? Arctic wolves have fluffy underneath, so they're walking on their hair, not on like pads, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd have cold feet. Nothing worse than having cold feet.
I want to ask you a question about different raptors. Are there raptors out there that would not adapt well to this kind of a situation?
100%.
That you
Yeah.
just can't. You
Yes.
like to have them, but they can't come. Because
Yeah, stuff that can't tolerate the cold, first of all, so we don't only use birds that can tolerate our weather here.
Right.
But also birds like goshawks, stuff like that,
Okay.
they don't like a lot of people around.
Okay.
They're more of an individual bird.
All right.
We have a goshawk we bring out, but only for static stuff.
Okay.
Where this bird will be a flying bird shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, he just has to get used to all the coming and going. Once everybody gets their longer shots and photos of this guy, I'll show you. You can stand beside this guy and take it.
What's he called again?
The Eurasian
Eurasian eagle.
Okay, Eurasian eagle.
And they range all the way through Europe, Asia, like through Siberia, down to India, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, that area. Fast range.
Not my eagle. Your eagle.
Yeah. It's the Halloween owl. All right. We'll go right there. This guy's name is Donovan, by the way. Donovan is called a Merlin's red-tailed hawk. No, I just... Bye. Into the wild.
Was that something we said?
So, in the last 100 years, this bird has been classified its own species twice, and then switched back to the red-tailed hawk family 3 times. So it is considered to be part of the red-tailed hawk family right now. That could change at any moment. It's called a Harlan's, named after James Harlan from Philadelphia. Harlan's red-tailed hawk. So great nesting range, southern Alaska, Yukon, northern BC. Not a huge range in the wild, really.
I was going to say, it's probably not named after Harlan Sanders.
No. named in the late 1800s. This guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He doesn't look that old.
No, I know. I don't know. Birds can live a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as long as turtles and whales, but
A long time.
We have a bird here. She is 42 years old.
Holy mackerel.
What are you feeding her?
All our birds are getting pre-Swiss Chalet chicken today.
Okay.
So this morning I got up and I went through the Swiss Chalet drive-through and I said I want 8 raw chickens. No sauce. No, I'm kidding.
You ready?
And I make sure I get the Swiss Chalet fries, not the hard. Oh, thank you for part of the treat.
Any osprey?
We have one osprey here, yeah, but he doesn't come out. He's an injured wild bird
Okay.
that was brought in for rehab.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're very tricky birds though. They need live fish to be
Yes.
able to survive.
Yes.
Um,
We do. Yep.
So the trick is the thiamine. When a fish dies, it doesn't have thiamine anymore. Like that mineral leaves their body.
Okay.
So you can subsidize it a little bit, but it's still not the same
Okay.
as from there's something different. So they have a real hard time surviving
All right.
if they're not fed just perfectly right.
It was quite brown, so
Yeah, they get like greeny brown almost.
yeah.
Long walk. Got a running start. He's gonna go there and back, folks. Oh, looks like a red-tailed hawk. Yep.
The Lanner falcon is a medium-sized bird of prey that breeds in Africa, Southeast Europe, and just into Asia. It prefers open habitat and is mainly resident, but some birds disperse more widely after the breeding season. A large falcon, it preys on birds and bats.
This is called a Lanner falcon. Lanner. Two different subspecies of Lanners. There's an African Lanner falcon. And this is a Mediterranean Lanner falcon. So quite a bit different in color. This bird's really beautiful pastel colors, where the African one's more like vivid, more striking colors. Pretty endangered these days. They nest on cliffs, and they hunt shorebirds along beaches. The problem is too many people on the beaches. So
Can you do that again, please?
it's not like we're intentionally killing Lanner falcons. It's just our
One, two,
birds
three.
in their space.
Exactly, yeah.
Can I turn on the
Like
music
right
or
now.
what?
Yeah, no kidding.
Gotta turn him around so you see the beautiful colors of his back. Or he won't turn with the wind. There we go. He's gonna do that.
Oh, sure. Just when they turn their shutter speed down, he's going to do that.
So all the falcons of the world, believe it or not, there's 39 different falcons in the world, and if you're referring to, if you say that's a Lanner falcon, you're technically only referring to the female of the species. Every different falcon has a different name for a male. So a male Lanner falcon is called a Lanneret. So for instance, a peregrine falcon, if you say there's a peregrine falcon, you're technically only referring to the female. The male is called a tiercel. A Merlin, the male is called a jack. Go all the way down.
That's a fact.
Deer falcon, male's called the jerkin.
What?
In the top 10. Yeah, for sure. Be a little slower than a peregrine only because it doesn't have the mass.
Well, the peregrine.
Yeah, the peregrine's slightly faster, yeah. Peregrine's like same size, but a bit beefier.
The pattern on his back.
I know, isn't that crazy, eh?
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's like somebody took like pastel. Remember pastels when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
To me, that's what it looks like. It was painted
Yeah.
with. Even the top of the head's very washed out, sort of pastel-y. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Going downhill now.
So this bird's name is Paul,
All right.
named after a buddy of mine whose stage name is Bandaloni. One-man band. He just won a Juno Award, so. Good. So this is called a Merlin. Everything in history named Merlin is named after this bird species. So Merlin Rolls-Royce engine, Merlin from King Arthur. There's also quite a few men with the name Merlin out there. The problem with Merlin, right? You see them, but they're
You don't
usually
know
sitting
them?
right at the top of a tree. So you're usually always looking up at them, like way up.
Yeah.
Because they always sit exposed. They want to be able to see right around them. They never sit tucked into a tree. Hawk owls do the same thing. You ever see a northern hawk owl? They're always sitting right at the top of the tree. They're never like wedged in like a red-tailed hawk who's sitting there.